Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be making a keto coleslaw, and I just wanted to share a few recipes that I have over the next month or so. I started a diet after the first of the year, and I'm happy to say I've lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. So I am not actually on a keto diet, but I'm on more of a protein-based diet with kind of a low carb. I'm still not putting a lot of fat into my diet because I just prefer not to, but I think that makes it more of a keto diet, which, I'm just not going to do for myself. I'm over 60. I'm trying really hard to get my weight down to a healthy weight. That's my goal by next Christmas, is to have all of my weight off, which I'm thinking is probably close to 60 pounds. So I'm not sure I'll be able to lose that much in a year. I know over the last couple of weeks, this has been probably more of a water loss, but that's okay. It looks good on the scale and it's motivating. And so I have a recipe. I have a ton of cabbage. So I thought, I've been making some cabbage casseroles, but I thought it might be fun to do a keto coleslaw. So I hope you enjoy it. So this variation of the keto coleslaw is going to have pretty much the same ingredients that you would normally see in a coleslaw. The difference is that I'm going to leave out an actual sweetener like sugar or brown sugar, anything like that, and I'm going to substitute it for an artificial sweetener. So in my situation, I'm going to use monk fruit, but you could use stevia, sucralose, whatever it is that you prefer for your diet. So let me show you the ingredients that I have and we'll put it together. It's really easy and it's really good. Okay, our ingredients today start with either a whole to 3/4 shredded cabbage. I actually had a cabbage on hand, so I just shredded it up, whatever consistency you like. And then I'm going to use a whole medium carrot. I'm going to shred that. I've got I did about 3/4 cup. I was going to use solid milk, but just to cut down the carbs even more, I used half almond milk and half of a whole milk. So that cut down the carbs quite a bit. I've got a 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice. I've got 2 tablespoons of diced onions. I've got my 2 tablespoons of monk fruit sweetener. And then for my seasonings, I made a seasoning mixture from my herb garden of rosemary, thyme, oregano, parsley, Italian parsley. I dehydrated them. So I'm going to use about a tablespoon of that, about a 1/4 teaspoon of dill, and I also threw in a 1/2 teaspoon of powdered yellow mustard, and then salt and pepper to taste. So the first thing I do is I add all of my ingredients together to make my sauce, and then I'll add my cabbage and my carrots last. So to my bowl, I'm going to add my milk mixture. I'm going to add my mayonnaise. Get that all in there. I'm going to add my lemon juice. I'm going to add my diced onions. I'm going to add my monk fruit sweetener. And I'm going to add my herbs and yellow mustard. And we're just going to give those a stir, like so. And then we're going to put in a little bit of salt and pepper, not too much, maybe just, I don't use a lot of salt. I do like pepper, so however much you think it is that you would like. I'm just putting in a couple of sprinkles. Give it a good stir. You can whisk it if you like, but honestly, this is all going to be absorbed by the cabbage, and you'll see it's going to just come out perfect. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add my carrot, like so. And then I'm gonna add my cabbage. So I'm gonna stir this up about halfway through, just so that I can get it all mixed in, like so. And you'll see it kind of absorbs all that mixture. This is so healthy because of all of the cabbage. Cabbage is so high in fiber. Honestly, if you can eat a couple of cabbages a week, you can make it into sauerkraut, cabbage rolls, cabbage casseroles, coleslaw, whatever you have to do to get the cabbage in. It is a very healthy thing to eat. So I'm just gonna mix this up and get all of the cabbage and the carrots incorporated with this sauce on the bottom. It is gonna be so good. And then I'm gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 4 to 5 hours. But for me, it's gonna sit in there all day long. I want it to pick up a lot of those different flavors from the herbs and the lemon juice and the sweetener. This is just gonna be delicious. So I'll show you how it comes out tonight when I serve my healthy dinner, but all I'm gonna do now is put a lid on it and throw it in the refrigerator. So this is the coleslaw. This is how it came out. It's had time to sit in the refrigerator throughout the day and just soak up all of the juices. So all I'm gonna do is plate up a little bit of this with dinner. So I ended up making some grilled chicken and broccoli and a little bit of coleslaw. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy this.